Hi guys, so this is my repaint for the tights of the WWE Ultimate Edition Cody Rhodes. So as you can see for this figure, it's quite yellowy mustardy type of color that Mattel put on, which a lot of people were not happy about. And this is the base color. So my plan is to at least somewhat try to resemble his WrestleMania 38 outfit, which is like goldy type of and also glossy. And I'm gonna start off with the removal of the torso. So this is like the basic thing that you can do. I try to use the blower, but I want to use the hot water. I prefer it that way. And this technique that I'm doing right now is courtesy of Mania Figs. You should check him out, his YouTube channel. He's the doctor of Ultimate Edition, and he's a lot of customs. So at this moment, sometimes it can be easy. So as I'm trying different methods to remove it because I don't want to ruin the plastic. Of course, I want to keep it still good, and I can still torso swap it whenever I want to. I'm using my fingers here again to avoid it being damaged. This is my custom torso swapped Elite, the Defining Moments one. I used an AJ Styles body on this, by the way. That's why there's no tattoo. So I just heat up the parts off camera. This is very hot, by the way, so that's why I'm having a little bit of a hard time removing this part, the one with the ball joints, because it's really actually they're both different materials. It's quite harder plastic rather than the thigh parts and the other parts of the legs. And I'm using a small scalpel right there. I need to remove all of the parts so that it'll be easier to sand and to paint. So what I'm doing right now is sanding it to remove the coating, and this is quite tedious and it took me quite a long time because I need to be careful. For the crotch part, I didn't touch the front. I don't want to damage the design. I'm just gonna stay and sand the back part and also underneath. And as you can see, I'm also using a nail filer. This is easy because it's quite mendable. Oh, and there goes the peg. I'm using a deco color pen that I found in a local shop, using a brush to spread it out because it doesn't spread out, it just stays in one place, and I feel like it's a bit darker than I want it to be. I ended up using a Citadel color layer. It's called Auric Armor Gold, and just applying it shows already the big difference. And this is just the first one. And I will apply at least 2 or 3 to make it stick, because again, whenever I'm painting it, it doesn't cover everything. So in order to compensate for the gaps, I have to go over it again. I also did the peg so that it will not be noticeable from the side. And preparing everything and also painting each of them one at a time takes a lot of time to do. And I'm trying to be careful, especially not trying to paint over the design, which I'm quite proud of. As you can see, it looks good and I'm happy with it. You can see the stock color and also my repaint. I'm just gonna apply it to the other parts. I find this part very difficult because my hands are not that steady. But from the techniques that I've watched from YouTube, in case if you go over those parts, you can just remove it with a toothpick while it's still drying, so it's still easy to remove. And now I'm drying everything and using a clamp so that I can reattach all the parts because I'm having a hard time. And especially these pegs right here, I'm gonna try to fit them inside of that. I've even gotten out some cooking oil. I don't want to use any other oil because I'm afraid it might damage. At least this one is more of like for eating, right? I don't know. If anyone has a good recommendation, please let me know from the comments below. And I'm already having a hard time to put it back. I'm just staying it in place so that I can clamp it. Once I did, as you can see, it's easy peasy from there. Though it's easier said than done still. This is quite difficult and I still need to use my fingers. I don't want to use my other tools. I don't want to damage the paint. And yeah, it's all back. Now I just have to return the other parts. There was a bit of a damage after that, so I had to retouch everything. Not a big deal. So again, after that, they put a coat on it so that it will be protected. And now I'm putting it all back together. And this is the before. And after. This took me a couple of days to finish because of all the curing time and painting time, and a lot of effort was done. Especially I'm a beginner in repainting, and I'm quite happy with the outcome, to be honest. I didn't expect it to be like this. But of course, there's room for improvement, and if any of y'all have some tips or suggestions or any questions, please do let me know down below in the comment section. I'm more than happy to learn more. And here's your WWE Ultimate Edition Cody Rhodes. Thank you for watching.